Hey everyone, this is Jay and welcome back to part 2 of part 1, working with a website builder. Alright, so in this video what I'm going to do is show you how to go about building your own website, either from scratch or using a template. Alright, there are two different ways to do this. Alright, so what I'm going to do is show you the blank page first. It's going to go over the anatomy of the entire website builder. And then we're going to go into a template and kind of work on one and make it our own. Alright, so let's go here, click on blank page. And then we're going to go to edit just so we can view the editor. Alright, so the first thing I want you to notice when we come in here is these border lines here. Alright, now what they're separating is the header, the body of the page, and the footer. Alright, so what we're going to do is kind of note a couple important things that you need to know and understand when you're using the editor and when you're building your own page. So the header and the footer is a part of what's called the layout. All right, now the layout is going to house all of the pages on your website. So anything that's on the header and the footer is going to be on every single page. For example, if you were to have a menu here with the home page and then a contact page and then about us page and product page, you'll put that up here so that people can access that on every single page of your website. Alright, now what you are changing, where the elements are housed, where your text is, where your images, where the actual content is going to be on the page for the most part. Okay, now another thing that you need to know is on the side here was going to be sort of a cutoff zone. Alright, and what this is doing is acting as a safe point for you to put your content, because you have to realize that not everybody's screen is going to be the same size as yours when you're building this website. So for an example, I'm working here on a desktop computer. Alright, I have a larger screen. However, when I'm building my site, if I have content all outside of here and someone is using a smaller tablet or a smaller laptop, they may not see some of the content that is here. So we want to make sure people are viewing our website and seeing the best version of it. Alright, so that's more so what you need to know about the site builder. Let's come here and let's go into a template. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to pretend that we want to put on a website, or we want to put up our website today. We need that done within 24 hours. We need to have some kind of content online, and we need to be able to promote ourselves. What we can do to make it easy is go to what's called an express category. And that's going to bring up these templates here. And what these templates are for is for you to be able to come in, change the content, and put it online quickly and have everything working. Okay, so everything is configured here for you. All you have to do is change out the content, connect the domain, and get it to go. So let's go ahead and click on one here that we like. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here to the bakery. We're going to view here just to make sure we like how it looks first. All right, now as we scroll down, we get to see some of the elements that are working. And so we have the gallery up here, first and foremost. That's changing for us automatically. We see a status bar here. But we can also change here by icon by clicking on the image that we want to see. All right, so that's a really cool effect. Another cool effect we have here on this button, when you hover over, you get a transparent background. If you click on it, it's going to bring you to a different part of the page. All right, this website is acting as an anchor page. All right, now what an anchor page is going to be is sort of a longer website. It's not going to be multiple pages. It's just going to have the appearance of having multiple pages. So every time I click on one of these buttons here, it's going to take me to a different point on the page. All right, I'm going to show you how to configure that by working on this template here. Okay, so let's exit out. Let's come back into the same template, but let's click on edit instead. Alright, and this is going to give us a different version of our website. Alright, you'll notice now that when you hover over each of the elements here, it's going to give you these dotted lines. These are sort of the boundaries of each element. This is just showing you that you can edit this item. Every single item on this page can be edited, from the background to the color here to the elements here, such as the pictures, the text. This line here can be moved and maneuvered, so can this button. If I don't like where it's at, I can move it there. The back button here, the undo, if you don't like what you just did, you can do that until you went to your first move. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is go ahead and move around these elements and kind of make it our own so you can see how to create a website in literally minutes. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and preview up here up top. We can do that as we're working just to make sure that things are working how we want. All right, so this is how everything is. We can click on everything, see how it's working. All right, and maybe I want to change how my button is. So I'll come down here, I'll right click on my button, and I'll change, instead of no more, I want to change the text and I put learn more. All right, we'll do that there, and then click on confirm. That's going to change the text for me. Now, if I want to move one of these elements here, so let's say I want to move the whole entire box that my menu is on, I can move that over here more in the middle. Get rid of this here, this telephone number by right clicking, click on the trash can. Same thing with this element here, and do the same thing. Or if I mess up like I just did, I can go back to the undo button. Okay, and we just want to get rid of this element here, so let's go ahead and trash this one. We're going to trash this one as well, and maybe we don't need this bar up here. So what I'll do is I'll click on this bar, and I don't want to delete it, but I want to get it out of the way just in case I may want to use it later or maybe not. What I'll do is I'll right click on that, and I'll come here, click on this button, and I can hide that particular element while I'm working on the page. It will not show up. All right, now if I want to pull it back, all I have to do is click over here, and I'll find that box, redo, and it'll appear right back where I left it. All right, so let's get that back out of here. All right, and now what we're going to do is start to configure our anchors here. So what we want to do is make these more crisp. You'll notice that when we come here and we click on like the learn more button, it's taking us to our services so people can learn more, but it's not exactly lining up perfectly like we wanted. Maybe we want to line up just like this and not so like this. All right, so what we're going to do is come down here, and then we're going to go to our anchor that is linked to our services. That's going to be this anchor here. All right, now what we want to do is line up this anchor with the top portion of our page. All right, this is where we want our viewers to see. So now we're going to scroll up like so until it gets to where we want. Now notice that our header is not moving. This is because we have a fixed header. This header is going to scroll down with us to the bottom of the page. So for example, if we didn't want that to happen, we can right click here, uncheck this box, and now as we scroll, we'll leave that header up top. All right, now if we want that header to stay there, we'll just come back here to fix, and now we're good to go. We can scroll here. Now one thing to note, that when you're doing that, we're going to have to line up our anchors to this portion of the page. So now this is no longer the top of our page. This is going to be the top of our page. All right, so let's go ahead and scroll up, line our elements up like so. All right, and then we're going to pull our anchor right here. All right, so now what we're going to do is come back here, and let's actually name this learn more. Let's go to edit. Let's go to learn more. Confirm. And now we can go ahead and preview. And then when we click on learn more, we see that our services is going to line up perfectly here with the top portion of our page. So let's go back and kind of change all the different anchors as well. So this will be our home anchor here. So we'll go ahead and we'll line this up to the top of our page. And we'll change this to home. Okay. Do the same thing with the about us. We'll line this up with the top of our page like so. And then we'll name this one about us. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and repeat this. What we're going to do is pull this one down. This is going to be how to find us. So we'll come down here and we'll change this here to location. And then we'll change this one here to our contact. Confirm. All right, so that's going to line up all of our different points there. Now, if we wanted to change this here, so right now it's looking at downtown Orlando, but if we right click, want to change that and put in your address here. Maybe not in Orlando, but maybe we're in New York. If you just put the city here, what it's going to do when you confirm is it's going to put where the town hall is located. So it's going to be smack dab in the middle of Central Park. All right, that's going to be where town hall is. So we can leave that here. We can change out all of these titles here. So maybe this is going to be barricade. Let's take our caps off. Same thing here. This would be like a lemon cake. Candy, lollipop, and so on and so forth. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll go out here, we'll change all these texts out. Now if we did want to change out and put a different image, we can go here and right click, change our image, and then we can change it for something else. So maybe not put this one, but let's go ahead and put one of these objects here. Let's just do some food. Then confirm there. So now we have a different image here. We can change this to whatever we want. If we want to upload our own image, we can do that as well. All we do is right click here again, go to change image and click on upload. This is going to bring up the images that you have stored on your computer, that you can just upload those either by one or by multiple files at a time. Alright, so another thing we can do is come into here. And once we're done with our page, let's say this is how we want it to be, we can come in and start to work on the SEO settings, which we'll go over in another video. And we also have different tutorials on this as well that kind of outline exactly how to use each and every tool and how to use them to your better advantage. But what we'll do is we'll come in here and go into our layout. This is going to be a layout of our page. Come into our page, and then we have different SEO settings that you can do just to start to build your page. So you'll replace your title here, your description, your keywords, your meta tags, and your scripts. All right, you can upload your favicon right here. That's going to be the image that shows right here on top of your page. All right, that's also an important part of your SEO. So if you are familiar with that, then you understand how easy we just made it for you to go ahead and put in this information. If you don't, then we also do a good job in our tutorials and these future videos of showing you exactly how to do this as well for yourself. Okay, we can also come here and can create restricted areas, and we can put a login button here and have people log into our website. We can infuse a chat feature. We can also infuse what's called a checkout feature, which is going to allow people to purchase items on your website, and then they can log in, see the invoices that they have out, see what they have purchased, and you can also keep track of that as well. All right, here is where you can manage your users once you start to do that. And here's going to be your platform settings. This is going to enable the tablet mode and the mobile mode settings as well. All right, now to jump to the mobile modes, we can come over here. And one important thing that we also want to do is make sure that people can view our website on any device. So if we have a tablet here, we can come here and we can start to build the tablet version of our site the same way. All we have to do is come here and start to put elements where we want them to show. All right, now if everything is all jumbled up like sometimes it is, I'll get rid of this alert message. This message is just showing you that you moved an element from one place to another, and that's just going to affect where it is. So once you understand this concept here of the blue and yellow, then you can click on this icon here and click on OK, I got it. And all this concept is telling you is that if you move an element from the body to the header or the footer, you'll notice that it changed different colors. This is showing you that you put the element in a place that it is not originally, and this is going to change where it shows up indefinitely on all of your pages. Okay, so just pay attention to the blue and the yellow. The yellow is going to be the header or the footer. The blue is going to be inside of the body. All right, so what we're going to do is, let's say we have everything here and it's all jumbled up. And we can click on this button here, and that's going to snap everything back on the grid to make it easier for you to work with. If you click on it, you can click on this icon here. This is going to help you drag items up and down so you don't lose your place when you're working with this version. The same thing is going to be for mobile versions. All right, if you come over here, click on the mobile version, you're going to see everything on your page. Some templates, they may be all over, all crazy like this. All you have to do once again is click on the snap to grid button. It's going to snap everything into place. All you have to do is come here and change how it looks, how it appears. If this is too big and you want to change your text, it's a lot easier to do it on the mobile, because when you come here, all you have to do is slide it back and forth to expand the font size, to expand the spacing, and to change the color here as well. All right, now, one thing that you need to note when you are doing your mobile versions is that when you change something on your main website, it's going to change on your mobile versions. All right, so you cannot delete things on your tablet version and on your smartphone version, all right, without first deleting it here on your website. All right, but you can hide different elements. So if you don't want this logo to show up on your mobile version, we can come over here. Once again, we can right click. We can click on hide this element, and that's going to hide it from this version here. It won't be here, but if we come back to any other version, for example, back to our desktop, we're still going to see that logo here. All right, so what we want you to do after this is come here, save your site, give it a name. So for example, bakery for now. Send here, save here. All right, and once you get this alert, this means that your site is good to go. Now you can close out. It's going to ask you if you want to stay or leave. It's asked to leave. And now you can come back here, go into My Sites, and then you can see your website here, bakery. All right, now, right now you cannot click on it. It's not active, but if you want to be able to click on it and share this link with people, even before it is actually connected to a domain, we can do is come here to more options, click on publish, click on OK, and then click this icon here, and it's going to give you a link to your website, and people can see it working just as you've seen it working when you first look at the template. Thank you, and I'll talk to you next time.